Hello everyone. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Azure File Sync, how it works and how to create it, and how it help the drive to replicate a data from VM, either VM on Prime or VM you create on AWS, or the VM you create inside the Azure. They are all the same process. I'll help you to replicate a data to inside the file that you create inside the storage, right? So let's do some hand practical before we move into how you work truly. So let's have, like, we have a building here. We have a building here, right here. We call this building, we call it VM, right? This is a small building here. We call this VM, right? So inside the VM, there is this drive. Call this drive, we call it C drive. We call this C drive. And went ahead and create, we attach extra drive to it inside the VM. Let's try the extra drive to, we call this kind of like drive G. Like call it drive G, right? Then this is our Azure environment right here. Right here, we have our Azure environment. This is our infrastructure, right? So inside here, we have our, inside there, we create our Azure sec here. So we have our infrastructure here, like this, right? Then inside there, we create our Azure, create a seed here, Azure File Sync, create our Azure File Sync here, right? Then went ahead and we create our storage. Create our storage here, right? So we call it Azure File Sync. We call this Azure File Sync, right? Then here we call it storage, our Azure storage. So I've created Azure storage here, call this storage. I have Azure storage here. Everybody know how to create a storage, which is called 12 demo storage, right? So let's go back to Paint. So call it 12 demo storage. Call this 12 demo storage. That is the name of our storage here, right? Then inside this, right, we created, which we're going to create together, right? Went ahead and create file share. So here we create what they call, this is how everything works before we go to the practical. So we call this, let's call this storage, which file share that I haven't created there. Then we're gonna go there to create it. let's just call this the storage, the file share inside the storage, we call it demo, right? Is the file share inside the storage. Then here, inside the Azure file sync, we create what is so-called group, right? We're going to create what is called group. Let's call this group. We're going to create a group here. So let's call this sync group. Just in group, let's call it SG1. All right. SG1. Okay, this is how you move. You see this Azure sync group 1 is going to attach to here. Let's take this. Let's take this. This Azure file sync we attach to the VM. This we attach to the VM. When you attach to the VM, we are going to register it. I'm going to register here. We're going to register. Register. You're going to do registration here. Register, right? So this, we are going to register this Azure file sync. We're going to register inside this VM, right? You see this drive G, the drive that we're going to go and create inside the VM, which is drive G. This one will communicate with this group. This have to communicate to this. So anything we store, any data that is in here inside this drive G, it will be replicated in here. It will be replicated from here to here, right? And this G drive right here, we call it server end. This drive here, this drive G right here, all this, we call all this building right here, we call it server end. Server end, right? We call this one right here, this building right here inside our infrastructure right here, we call this place, we call it cloud end because it is built inside the cloud. We call this cloud end. You know, when the data move from here, you get into this C group, right? But you see this C group will not transfer this. We transfer the data from here. So transfer from data from here, it will go inside our file share here. So the data will move from here. It will replicate from here, from this our VM, either on Prime or the VM that you create inside the Azure or AWS, right? It will replicate through this C group. This C group will move it. They will move it to this our file and share file, which is what we use the demo to represent. Okay, so what we have to do right now is we are going to go to our VM. I've already created a VM. I believe everybody know how to create a VM. Let's say VM, right? This VM. go to inside the VM. You have to go and create a disk, right? Go right here to create a disk. Let's create a disk. What do you wanna let's just call this disk. This name, just call it let's just call it disk 2, right? Size, let's leave this 5. So let's just save. Let's wait a minute. So it is created successfully, right? Then it's updating it inside the VM, right? Let's wait for it. It is updated successfully. Okay, let's go inside our storage. This is our storage. This is our storage right here. Let's go inside the storage. Let's go and create our file share. Remember, our file share name is demo. Right? Our file share name is demo. Let's just create this file share. We don't need backup. We don't need anything. Let's just go ahead for practical purpose. Let's just create it. Let's wait for it. Okay. While that is going on, let's go back to our VM. That one is created, right? So let's connect to our VM. So there is a two-way to connect. Is either you connect through here or you still go ahead and RDP. RDP to connect. So if you want an RDP, you have to come here to copy the address, then RDP. Your RDP, put the IP address there, right? So the username that we use there, that is username that you used to create. Okay, admin SQL admin, then the password, then you connect. Yes. Let's connect to our VM. It's connecting. Let us connect. So we are inside our VM now, right? This is our VM. So what we do right now is, okay, our file share is created successfully. Let's go in there and see. This is our file share. This is our file share. It's created successfully. All right. So we've created the storage account before we created the file share. What next that we have to do right now is to create our Azure file sync. So Azure file sync. These are Azure file sync. Okay, this is it. Azure file sync. Okay. What do you want to do? You want to create this. You want to make sure that the region that you use to create your storage, you still want to create, you want to deploy your file sync on the same region. So let's call this, call it Azure sync. Let's call it Azure sync, right? Then we deploy it on the same east region, right? or the same region that you use with your storage account. So let's just click next. So it asks now about the network or network, right? Private endpoint. You just leave it on network. Next. So we want to put a tag here. Let's just call this file C, right? That's a demo, right? Review and rate. So let's just deploy. So why this is deploying, right? Let's go to our VM. This is our VM, right? So in our VM here, we're gonna go, let's go to our disk, our Explorer, to see the disk that we just created. Let's go to this PC. See, this PC is here, but the disk that we created is not there. So where is the disk that we created? The disk that we created is not here. And the reason why the disk that we created is not here is because the disk is a raw disk. So we have to go into our disk management to go and add a letter to it. So in order for us to do that, you can just copy and type disk mgmt dot msc, right? This is the same as disk manager in management. Here, you click on it, right? Click OK. So this is our C drive, right? This is our temporary storage. So anything you save on this temporary storage, it will get deleted. You won't see it anymore. So this is the disk that we created, right? So let's do let's go and add a letter to it. Next. So let's put this, let's call it G, right? And G is this on this NTFS. Okay, so next. So you can add a name to it or leave it the way it is. So it's up to you. So next, yeah, finish. You see, NTFS, the disk is here. So let's go in here now. The disk is here already. Now that we go and add the letter to it, right? The disk is here. So let's go back to why this one here. Let's go back to our VM. This has already been created. This has been created. Let's go to resource. We are on this resource now. See, we are here now inside the resource. Let's click on this register server, right? Register server. Then you click on this Azure File Sync Agent, right? So click on this. We will bring you to here. So we bring you right here, right? These are the information. You see, tell you that the File Sync Agent work on WS 2012 R2. The storage sync agent work on Windows Server 2016. Work on Windows Server 2019 and Windows Server 2022. These are the Windows that sync agent supported, right? So let's go ahead and copy this. Let's copy this, right? So let's go into our VM. This is our VM. Let's come to our local server. This is our local server right here, right? Let's come to this enhanced security configuration. Click on it. So you want to turn this off. right? Then okay, right? So let's come to browse here. Okay, okay. Let's paste that here. What we copy, that's it. What we copy, let's paste it here. Enter. Okay. It's here, right here. Okay. Here's it. You are inside the VM. You are here now. See, it's all the thing that, like I said, supported 2012 RS, 2016, and it supported 2019, and it supported 2022, which is the latest version, right? So let's go ahead and just download this. Let's click on download. Download. Okay. Okay, click on download. Not downloading on this Explorer. Let's go ahead and use. Let's see. Let's use Edge. Why this is not downloading here? Should download. Screen Explorer here. What's going on? Why is it not download? Then it should download straight away. Okay, let's try it one more time. Try it one more time. Let me see what's Okay, right here. Just let me see what's going on. What I does was I just went ahead and download Edge into the VM. Let's see if the Edge gonna work. You see, Edge work. That means this browser it hasn't problem. This browser has problem. It's the one that's not taking it. So, but the Edge that went ahead and download in case of have any problem like that, just go ahead and download either Edge or download another browser on your distance. So it's asking us which of this we want this, which of these do we have? Remember, the SQL server that we installed there was Windows Server 2016, right? So we're going to choose this Windows Server 2016 because this all the server that is supported this Windows Server 2012 RS 2016 RS Windows Server 2019 and Windows Server 2022, right? But we downloaded Windows Server 2016. So let's go ahead and store. So let's wait for it. Storing. Click on it. Run. Okay. Let's wait for it. Next. Right. Next. Next. Okay. Next. Next. Okay. Please close and you open before continue. Okay. Okay. So we just click on this terminate or open MMC season for me. Doing this. Okay. Story. Let's wait for it. It's story now. Okay. We hear everything has been installed. You see, Azure File Sync server registration. So Azure environment, right? It's asking you maybe Azure Cloud, Azure China Cloud, Azure US Government, right? But here you choose Azure Cloud. Let's sign it. Okay. Your Azure email address, your Azure account email address. That is what you're gonna put in here, right? So, okay. Remember that the email address that you use, then the password that you always use to sign it out in here. Okay. There'll be a code that will be sent to your email. You have to go and open your email and get the code out. But to verify that you're the one using it. All right. You have to go in there. Let's see. Looking for the code right here. Okay. Checking my email. The verify code was sent to my email address. So let's put it here. Code. See. Okay. I'm here, right? So here the Azure subscription. The Azure subscription is this, right? That is my Azure subscription. The resource group I use was what source group I used to create my my storage. Source group I use for storage, right? Then storage sync service. Yeah, this is it. Remember the storage sync that we created, right? So this is a source group I used to create the storage, right? And this is a service because the storage and the sync, they're on the same region. Remember? So let's register it. So it's going through the process. Let's wait for it. You register in a minute. The register successful, you see register successful. Then the network connectivity, the test all was passed. Yeah, let's close here. So let's go into our let's go inside our where's our show? Just come here. It's our job. This is our seat that we created, right? This is it. So what you have to do now is just refresh this. See the VM. The VM is here now. So this is what we just did. Okay. this was created, the VM was created right here, right? C drive inside the VM that was created, right? Then this is our disk that we created, right? So inside our infrastructure, we created our Azure file sync, which is this, right? So we've created the storage with the storage right here, right? Inside the storage, we created our file share. We did that, right? So the next thing to do, and we've registered this VM, this VM right here, we register it with our SIG, right? Our Azure file sync, it has been registered, right? So the next thing we want to do right now is to create the SIG group, right? So we're gonna call this SIG group or the SG1. So let's go ahead and create a group. So it's already see the VM, right? So let's create our SIG group. This is inside the SIG group. Let's create it. Okay, let's call this group 1, right? So it has of this subscription, and it has of the account storage. This is the storage that we create, right? Let's choose this. We choose the storage. Then Azure file share. The file share, remember we created a file share that was called demo, right? We choose a file share that's called demo, right? So let's create it. Let's wait for it. So it has been created. It has been created successfully, but remain this endpoint. So file sync is created successfully. So it is the endpoint that remains. Let's wait for the endpoint to create successfully. To the endpoint. The endpoint has been created successfully as well, right? So this is what we have to do. Let's go in here. We are here now. We are here. We are inside here. See, this is a demo here, the storage that we created. Let's go inside the storage. See, this is the storage that was created. Let's go back there one more time. Click on here. See, it's here. Okay. All right. So the next thing we want to do now, we want to make the connection between. So the cloud endpoint, this is it right here, demo, right? But we have to go ahead and add server, because we haven't seen the server yet, right? So this server endpoint, right? Which is this. Let's go to here and see. This is our server endpoint. So we have to see this VM. This is our server endpoint. This VM is our server endpoint. This VM right here, right? So what you have to do here is, let's click on this. So what we want to do, we want to add the server. Okay, the server has been added. Okay, what is it? The file from this server part has been brought to the cloud. Well, okay. Okay, we agree. Right? It asks of the file, the path. The file that we created, remember we created a disk, right? So now it's asking of the disk part that we created. There's two things involved. One, you can go inside the disk that we created and go and create a file, right? This disk that you created, you can go in there and hide it and create a file, or you can just leave this disk that you created, just leave it like that. And if you want to call the disk, remember we created that disk. Let's go into our VM. This is our VM right here. Is it right here? This PC, right? This is the disk that we created. So you can come inside here to create a file, to create anything like new folder, and copy the path. And we can as well use the same disk name, the same way it is like that. All you have to do right here, just type, is this G, right? G, you can type it like that, right? So type it like that, then you can just go ahead and click create. Okay, this is a part like that. You can just click create. Let's wait for it. Let's just create. Let's just create. Okay, let's wait for it. Still creating, right? So let's wait for it. It's creating. Fair. Why? So that part like this is showing error. Let's go inside our VM. Let's see. Let's go and create. Let's create some folder here. You can just call the G share. Let's just call that shit G share, right? Then let's go inside it and go on. Let's go to the properties, share. Okay, no share part. Okay, let's come here. Let's create one like everyone, right? Let's come here. Okay, everyone. Then let's add it. Let me add. Let's give it read and write, right? And let's share it. Okay. So let's copy this part, right? Let's copy that part. Okay, let's go inside. Let's choose the server. Okay, this. Then let's put the parts there. You put the parts here, the part that we just copy from that place. You see that provisional part is invalid. What about G? Let's see. Then come here. Okay. You just want to save my file between the server and the cloud for copy. Okay. Let's create it one more time. Let's see. Okay. It should be okay. Let's see. So it was created successfully. So let's come here. Let's refresh this. Say waiting for initial waiting for initial upload to start. Okay. Let's go inside our disk. Let's go inside this our storage, right? Let's go into our file share. This is the file share that we created. Remember demo. Okay, there's nothing there, right? So let's go. Let's try and upload something in there, right? Let's go. So let's click on this demo. Then let's try to connect. right? Within this script, right? Click on the script. So we're inside our file share. Let's copy this disk. Okay. So let's go inside our VM. Our VM, right? Go inside the VM. And let's come inside this run command. Let's run this PowerShell, right? Let's run it here. Let's run it for PowerShell here. Paste. Let's run it. Let's run it. Let's run the PowerShell. Okay. Let's wait for it. Okay. It's running, right? Let's wait for it. So it is successfully, right? You can see what it said. Credential added successfully. Okay. Let's go to our storage account. So our storage account, file share. So let's refresh this. Let's go to our browse. See the gist share that we created in our on our system right here. You see this gist share that we created right here. See this gist share. This is our disk. This is our new disk, right? This is our new disk. Create gist share, but there's nothing inside. So let's go back to our disk. You see this? This is it. Let's go inside. So there's nothing inside it, right? So both of them come to browse. Let's want to see here. Let's go back. Go back, come to browser. Come here. Come here. Nothing inside. Okay. So let's go ahead and go and put something inside this from here. This place. Let's clean inside. Let's try and put something inside. What can we put inside? Let me go. And go this document. Don't have a document. Okay. Let's copy this. Copy this. Come to this. Come to this. We open this. Let's put this inside. Right now. Put this inside. Okay. It's here now, right? Put in there. Is there? This is a disk that we created. Inside the disk, created this G share, right? And this, right? Okay. Let's go inside this. Let's refresh. Go in here. Go to browse. G share. You see, it replicates. That is what we just did here. Let's come to our explanation here. We created our VM, right? The VM came with a C drive, right? We had our disk to it. We had the disk, right? We went to the infrastructure right here, right? We created a Azure file sync, which is this, right? We created a storage. Inside the storage, we created a demo, right? So inside this demo, then went ahead again. We created SIG group. And this C group we created a C group called SG1, right? So we register the VM with our Azure file zip, right? Which is where we started together like this, right? Then we went ahead and connect the disk that we created inside the VM, right? We connected it with this C group that we created, right? So this will be replicated inside this C group, and this C group will go ahead and connect to this file share that we created. You understand that? That is what is happening now. Here, everything that is going on inside this VM, if you put any data inside this, right here, you put any data here, automatic, it will replicate. Okay, for example, let's just do like this. Let's go inside the document, not inside the document. Let's do this. Let's just, for example, let's just create a file. You are welcome. You are welcome. Call this file, call you are welcome. Let's copy it. Let's just cut. Then you come to this. Then come to this place. We open it. We open this, right? And let's just paste that there. You are welcome, right? So data have been pasted in there. So let's go back to here. Let's refresh this. You are welcome is here. So it is replicating. Anything we do on our VM is replicating to our file share through the file sync. Okay, through Azure file sync. That is how it works. Okay, and not only on Azure, right? You create your Azure file sync. It's also working on Prime, and it's working on AWS as well. So this thing right here, what we created right here, as long as you created this, if it is on Prime, it's either on Prime, you see the same process. You see the same process. It's working on Prime, and it's working on AWS. So you do the same configuration, then do the same thing we just did right here. It's the same process and the same thing you're gonna get. Okay, so this is all what we just built. So thank you. If you have any question, don't forget to leave a comment below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification. And anybody that want to do exam Azure 104, this is a great lesson for you. Okay, because there's a lot of question on this in there. So it is good. And another advice I will give to you is make sure you practice your GTOP or the practical there, practice it, and go to exam topic to go and do some practice. It will be easy for you when you're doing your exam 104 or 104. So thank you.